Okay, class, to summarize our discussion for the differential equation nga Bernoulli. So again, ang Bernoulli differential equation is mura na siya related sa first order linear differential equation, but ang standard form is like this: dy over dx plus y times p of x is equal to y to the n raised to the nth power times q of x. So mo yung form for dy over dx, and for dx over dy we have the dx over dy plus x times p of y is equal to x to the n q of x. So sa first order linear differential equation wala lang ni siya, no, diri nga side. So ato ang buhaton na ni is for the Bernoulli differential equation. Himo na to siya first order linear differential equation by substituting variables to certain variables sa existing of Bernoulli differential equation para mas dali siya ma-solve. So itong gibuhat diri is from this equation we transform the differential equation into the standard form sa Bernoulli differential equation, and then we negate this value here. Ato ni siyang walaon by multiplying the whole equation with the inverse of the variable on the right hand side. So maning left hand side, this is the right hand side sa equals side. So kaning beside sa q of x. So kung say value dire, you multiply with the inverse exponent. So if this is y to the n, therefore you multiply the whole equation with y raised to the negative n. So you distribute na nimo sa whole equation, and we, for this differential equation, we have the y raised to the negative n times dy over dx plus y raised to 1 minus n, because y, kasi this is equal to y raised to 1, and then minus this one, y raised to negative n. So we have y to the raised 1 minus n times p of x is equal to q of x na lang din mabilin, because y raised to n times y raised to negative n is makancel siya, that is just equal to 1. So same thing yapon on this side for dx over dy. So that is the second step. Kaya ato siyang walaon tong variable diri nga y. So ato siya i-form into Bernoulli differential equation first. And then the third step, we substitute a variable for the variable besides sa p term. So di ba naman tay p of x or p of y. So katong abay ni kuan ni, so we have here di ba nga p of x. So katong abay ni p dire p nga term, so either p of x or p of y, himuon na to siya og variable z. So na tay variable diri nga z. So let z is equal to y raised to 1 minus n, or for this equation we have let z is equal to y x raised to 1 minus n. So if we derive z, differentiate this one, so we have derivative of z is equal to, so by power rule, we have 1 minus n times y to the negative n dy. So if you notice, ato ang general form here, natay y to the negative n dy, and then we have y to the negative n dy here. So para mas simplify na itong equation, then ato ang i-substitute, dapat ato mabilin is we get the value of y raised to negative n dy para ma-solve na to, or ma-exchange na to siya og another variable. So this y raised to negative n dy is just equal to dz over 1 minus n. So mura siya gi-cross multiply here, or let's say we divide the whole equation with 1 minus n. So same thing, lagyan po na siya ang design. So after nimo nga nanatay z and then dz over 1 minus n, so kani siya, we substitute the values, kani siya nga values, kaning z ug si kaning y to the n dy, to the katong existing differential equations. If you remember, di ba, natin y to the n dy over dx plus y to the 1 minus n p of x equal to q of x. So kani siya, di ba, gihimo na to siyang z. And then this one here, we have this one dz over 1 minus n, iyang equivalent. So ato siya gi-substitute, then we got a new differential equation that is equal to 1 over 1 minus n times dz over dx plus z p of x, kay nahimo naman siyang z, is equal to q of x. So para may mo siyang pure nga first order linear differential equation or FOLDE, so ato ang walaon ni dapat si 1 minus n. So gimultiply na to ang whole equation with 1 minus n. So pag multiply na to 1 minus n, so ato ang differential equation, it became dz over dx plus z. So times, gioban ako si 1 minus n so p of x. So quantity 1 minus n times p of x is equal to 1 minus n times q of x. So let's say this is the p of r, pr of x, and then here this is the pr of y na magyapon, and then this one, this becomes a qr of x. So para kani siya nga mga notation, this is just used for the purpose nga para dili ta malibog. And then afterwards, after nga na first order linear differential equation siya, to solve a first order linear differential equation, we get the integrating factor. So more ning integrating factor, e to the integral of quantity 1 minus n p of x, which is just this one, or pr of x dx. So ang pr of x gani again, this is just this one. So lahat lang sila pangalan, but same thing lang kaning abay ni z. Same also on this side. So after nimo makuha sa integrating factor, i-multiply nimo sa integrating factor diri sa tibuok nga equation. So it looks like this, no? Gubot siya, but gimultiply rin siya sa whole equation. So kaning left hand side sa differential equation, iyang other nga itsura is this one. Pag multiply na gani si integrating factor, it will look like this. Derivative of z times the integrating factor is equal to 1 minus n times q of x times the integrating factor. Diba? So, mura na siya d times z times the integrating factor, if, is equal to 1 minus n times q of x times the integrating factor. So, mura na siya ginganing nahitabo. So, afterwards, na-multiply nimo ang integrating factor, na-change na nimo ang left-hand side into this term. So, mas dali na lang ni siya ma-cancel na because this is derivative. And then, if you integrate this, and then the integration is antiderivative man. So, if you integrate the left and the right-hand side, so, ma-cancel na ni derivative and the integral. So, ang mabili na lang sa left side is z times the integrating factor is equal to this one, 1 minus n times q of x times the integrating factor dx plus z. So, ang z man na to is just equal to y to the raised 1 minus n. So, gisubstitute na to balik. Then, we have a general solution. Y to the 1 minus n times the integrating factor is just equal to the integral of 1 minus n. So, ang again na kaning n is exponent ni siya sa katong x ha. Times q of x is equal times the integrating factor, this one, e to the pr of x dx dx plus c. So, maura ni siya ang kuan. Ang Bernoulli differential equation, medyo kuti siya gamay, but once ka masabtan ninyo, then it will be easier for you.